Hi there folks, Borislav247 here with another Days Gone mission video, and on this video I'm going to show you all what I consider to be the easiest way in order to complete the mission that is called It's Not Safe Here. Now then, this is the very start of a quite harrowing story, it has to be said, of a character that you're introduced to when you first play this mission. But it's not all doom and gloom. This is one hell of a fun mission to take on. It involves my favourite enemies in this game, the Rippers, and it's quite a lengthy mission to take on. But I wanted to show this video because there is a number of workarounds that really make this particular mission very easy indeed to complete when you go about it in a certain way. So, before I get to the action, just a couple of things as always that I like to point out. The first is that I'm taking this on Survivor 2 difficulty. So this is as difficult as it will ever get. And the second thing to point out is that I'm only using weapons that would be available to me at the time of taking on this mission. Of course, if you're playing this on NG Plus and you have much better weapons, this will be a damn sight easier. But given what I have to work with here, and given how easy I make this look, I'm pretty sure you'll all agree come the end of this video, it's, yeah, these methods work. So, without any further ado, let's get to the action. Right then folks, the action for this mission takes place in Marion Forks, and I'm just going to show exactly where I am right now. I am to the east of the main section of Marion Forks. So I will have a river to cross, but don't worry, that's not going to be an issue. Just want to show what I'm using first of all. Primary is SAF-12, SMP 9 as a sidearm, and most importantly I've got a crossbow and I'm going to be using some residue bolts. Don't need to use a ridiculous amount of them, but you'll see just how effective these bad boys are. So, heading over to the start area. Now, I did mention you have to cross this river. Do not worry, because the bike at this stage will be a crock of shit, so you'll do a lot of damage if you cross the water with it. You don't have to do that. Just get Deke off the bike and walk over. Once you get over here, triggers the first cutscene.
Alright, where are you hiding? You gotta be here somewhere. I would need water. Maybe down by the creek.
Right then, to get this mission started, you have to go down and check out the first clue. And I can't stress this enough, you cannot miss this clue. If you do not activate this clue, the mission goes no further. So, not all of the missions are like this, but this one is. You have to make sure that is in place. So, let's do this. The first thing is that you will follow the footprints. They will go into this building here,
Stay off the street.
and then it will take you over to the other side. And be at the ready, because the action starts pretty quickly here. Okay, the first Ripper that's coming into the frame here is on a bike. They're not going to get off it. Yeah, and that annoying bandages prompt comes up. So at this point, I want the residue bolts in play. That one is always the first Ripper that I'm looking to get under the influence. Then running right through this way, this is to make sure that I have no issues with that sniper, who by the way is going to get it very, very soon. And then what I like to do here is there is usually always a Ripper over in this section. If that Ripper isn't in that exact spot, I just look for someone else just to get the fighting going. Not only do the residue bolts ensure that they're all fighting each other, they are fantastic distractions. They allow me to do what I'm doing here now. This is one of the best houses in the game for items, so do take the time to pick up one or two of the items here, because look at this, frag grenade, a tractor, there's a pipe bomb over there. But anyways, eyes on the prize here. Boris, open up this door, and immediately, and God, he's actually in a slightly different position for once, but that's okay. I've got the drop on that sniper. He is hugely problematic if you leave him in the picture throughout this. But now, I do have a bit of a view, to say the least. But the two Rippers that have been under the residue bolt influence are doing a fantastic job. I think they've pretty much cleared out that area. So it's going to be moving on to the next section. I will not be looting everything under the sun here, but if you're playing this mission yourself, I will stress one particular point where it is worth going back and getting all the items, because the Rippers always carry some really good stuff. But right now, here we go. The next Ripper that enters the frame on that bike. Yeah, a very easy target as he parks next to that barrel. Now I want to get another residue bolt in play here. And always double check it. Make sure the bloody thing is armed, because otherwise you sometimes fire off and it's a normal bolt as opposed to a residue one. And that first shot was really piss poor. Didn't set myself up properly for it, but you know what? It's okay. Not perfect. I've got plenty more residue bolts to use, even though I won't require that many. At this point now, I am actually looking to try and take out the Ripper that isn't under the influence here. But you know what? That's fine. That one's actually done the job for me. But unfortunately, his work is done because he's not interested in the Rippers at the other side yet, because they haven't actually taken the time to engage. So do you know what? Yeah, I'll just create a little bit of wall art there. Very nice. Okay, moving on. This next section is made an absolute mockery of when you do it in this way, by the way, folks. Okay, got a few more of them. I'm looking for any target that I can easily hit with a residue bolt, and I only need to use the one. At this point, that one there is, yeah, he made himself way too available for that headshot. I'm just waiting until that Ripper is going against his own, and now I'm moving. Yep, it's an ambush attack here, just heading round the back. Quickly get over here. I just want to get here in time for the next lot of Rippers that are coming on the bikes. And there we go. They ain't getting very far. Truth be told, this entire section is just about taken care of. There's still fighting going on, so there is at least one other Ripper back here now who is not under the influence. Because you can always see the one that is, because they have the blue sign above their head. But a very quick look here. Yeah, this should be the last one. And there we go. The first section that can be quite tricky, all done and dusted. Now, if you were looking to pick up all the items, I would do it at this point. But I'm not going to bother with that. Just want to go ahead with this.
Just gotta set it here.
Okay, so now I've got the ladder in place. It's a quick climb up. And this is where you will first be introduced to Lisa. And I'll actually take the suppressor off for the cutscene.
Don't be afraid. I'm not gonna hurt you. Are you alone? Is there anyone else with you? Oh man. Okay. Is this your room? It's really great. Are these yours?
No.
Lisa?
That's mine. This one's for gymnastics. I should have won first place, but Missy King, she cheated.
Lisa! Lisa, you hear the gunshots outside? It's not safe here.
It was
Now,
at school. And my mom called me and told me to come home right away and not stop, and they would be here waiting for me, and we would leave together, and I got here and there was a note that said they left with some men, and I didn't know what to do, so I hid. I didn't know what to do.
It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. Lisa, not far from here, there's a camp. And you really ought to let me take you there. There are people there. There are people, I know them. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a work camp. And to eat, you have to work. Life is gonna be hard, but at least you ain't gonna starve.
No, my mom's coming here for me.
Okay, is this your mommy? Well, you said she didn't come home, right? So, maybe she's at the camp.
Mom is at the camp. She is. I know she is.
Okay. Stay close.
Right then, at this point, it is my job to make sure that Lisa gets safely back to the bike. And I do have a very nice route in order to get this job done. Because there is a few ways that you can take where you will encounter quite a number of freakers. But the way that I go, I'm not saying you're not going to encounter any. Yes, you are going to get some, but the amount that you're going to have to deal with is fairly minimal. So I wasn't going to really loot too much in the way of items, but they were there for the taking there, so why not? So I am playing this on Survivor 2, so I don't have the luxury of the minimap every time to see where Lisa is, but I can bring it up very briefly, just to make sure that she is right behind me. Right now, I'm just making sure that Lisa is in no danger. I can hear freakers about this place. If you take this line, you're generally okay. Yeah, it's that freaker over there that I was a tad concerned about. Sometimes that one can be alerted to your presence, but not an issue here. Now this next section, guaranteed every time I have 2 freakers to take care of, but that's okay. So I've got the SMP-9 at the ready. The suppressor is in place, so I keep the noise down. And now just... Okay, some god-awful fire in here, but that's okay. Bloody hell, this one's getting a little bit too close for my liking. How are we doing over here? Yep, that's grand. You can see the blue dot there. Lisa is very close by. So, I can get rid of the SMP-9 for the time being. The next section is the first encounter in this game with a bear. But this shouldn't be too much of a problem. Even with the limited arsenal that I have available to me, I don't expect too much problems here. As with most of the animals in Days Gone, just remember if you get them on fire, they are far more susceptible to damage. So, just want to entice the bear over here. Yep, done a bit of damage with the explosion straight off. And now I'm going to go to town with the SAF-12. Unfortunately, I've had to reload, but this section is very nice here, even though I'm getting that leaving mission prompt. As long as you don't go too far away in that bottom section, you're alright. The game will continue. So, looking to get my next attack going here, and I can't thank that freaker over there enough for the huge distraction. I did highlight that I do have Molotovs to use here, but truth be told, they're not going to be required. This should get the job done here. There we go, very nice. That's with the SAF-12, and worth knowing as well, I have no skills from the ranged section at this point, and I don't even have any patch perks in play, so just in case anybody's wondering.
Get on, we have to move.
We'll take the time though to loot this bear. Bears get you fantastic trust points if you hand in the meat at any camps, so always worth getting. And I have a skill in play that allows me to get more meat off animals. But right now, I'm going to let this next part play out until I get to the tunnel section.
My name's Deacon. Lisa, how did you live out here alone for all this time? You don't talk much, do you?
My dad's a rock hound. He used to take me out here looking for thunder eggs.
Thunder eggs? What is that?
They're rocks, but when you cut them open, they're really pretty inside.
Okay, that sounds great.
We used to go all over. crater, the lava flow and black crater, everywhere. Do you think he's at the camp too?
I don't know, kid.
Shit, someone's in the tunnel.
What?
Here, hop off. Listen to me. The gunshots that you heard, those were...
Right then, when you get into this tunnel section, just keep the bike going. Even though you can see the marauders up ahead, the bike will eventually come to a stop at a point that the game wants you to stop it at.
Stay here, find some...
If you stop it way early, you'll come over to this section and you'll find that it'll start saying you're getting too far away from Lisa, so bear that in mind. But here we go. When you enter this point here, it's almost like an ambusher. They think they've got the drop on you. I'm ready with a residue bolt, and now I want to take out that one over there on my right. Now I ideally want to help this guy get the job done with some of these ones here. So I'm just watching this take effect here. Yep, I want that one dropped. Unfortunately, none of them are firing yet. Come on, wait for it. Wait for it. That's it. Now this lot have got this guy's attention. And this is fantastic. All I need to do is just wait. I will eventually move up on the position here, but why bother when I don't have to right now? This guy is doing a good job. I will take care of any immediate threats in terms of if any of the marauders get a little bit too close for my liking. And there is usually one marauder that tries to rush you from the right hand side. And true to form, here comes this dipshit. I'll just let him walk into the side. Okay. We'll take the time to move on up a little bit here. I don't think there's that many of them left. And do you know what? Yep. The guy under the influence, he has fallen. But what a job he's done.
Lisa?
There we go. Another potentially tricky section. Yeah, just made a mockery of, really. Residue bolts, one of the best weapons you will ever get to use in Days Gone.
Come on.
And you have the luxury of using these bad boys very, very early. So there is still a little bit to do here in terms of getting Lisa over to Hot Springs. But there is no more action sequences that take place where I actually have to do anything in terms of killing anybody. So, just going to let this play out. There will be a cutscene when I finally reach Hot Springs, and then that will complete the mission.
I'm gonna ask you a question, Lisa, and I need you to think real hard. Did any of your neighbors, did they own any firearms? You know, like pistols, rifles, things like that?
No. Men came and took everything.
Men! Were they like the men in the tunnel, or did they wear uniforms like in the army?
Like the army. But they were really dirty, and they carried flags they made themselves. Deschutes County Militia, I think. I don't remember.
Did they have anyone with them? Women? Children?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Tommy would remember.
Tommy?
Tommy Strickland. My best friend. But he's gone. He left with his dad to hide.
Hide? I don't...
His dad built a fallout shelter and put all kinds of stuff in it. Maps, food, water, guns, you know. Stuff like that.
Okay, do you know where that is?
No. They wanted me to come with them, but I knew my mom and dad would come back for me.
All right, this is it. We're here, so just stay with me.
Okay.
Well, who do we have here?
Mrs. Tucker?
Oh my God. Lisa, honey. Oh, it's okay. You're safe now.
Mom and Dad and everyone got sick and I didn't know what to do and men came and people got sick and...
It's okay. You're safe now. It's a miracle. It's a goddamn miracle. We were neighbors, weren't we, Lisa? I lived just down the block. I knew her parents.
Are they here, Mrs. Tucker?
Honey, you know the answer to that.
No. They're not here.
let's go in. Get you cleaned up. Something to eat, and then I'll find a place for you to sleep. Take her in. Give her some food.
For God's sake, Deke, why did you take her out of that fucking camp?
Go see Alkai. I'll update your credits tonight.
Hey, listen, she's been through a lot. Can we just
Let me worry
take it
about
easy?
how I'm
No,
gonna...
listen to me, okay? Seriously, don't work her like you do everyone else.
Don't tell me how to run my camp. You want to move here? You want to help us run this? Then maybe you get some say. Don't get soft on me, Deke.
Yeah, I think it's starting to dawn on Deke at this point just what a fucking mistake he's made, but... However, it's not safe here, well and truly taken care of. And that's the end of the video, folks. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Take care.